What have you seen from Cade this fall?
From Cade's done a great job. Obviously, he's our starter, and looking forward to seeing what he can do in the game. It's been a long process building up to this. Obviously, it's still a work in progress. We'll be better in week 3 than we are in week 1. We'll be better at the end of the year than we are in week 3. But looking forward to see what he can do on the field.
What are the keys to him getting off to the kind of start that you want him to see on Saturday?
Yeah, I don't think there's any secret to it. He's got to do what he's been doing all spring and all fall, go through his progressions, be true to the reads, and he doesn't have to go out and win the game for us. He just has to do his job, and that's been the focus when we talk to those guys, and that's what we expect him to do on Saturday at 12 o'clock.
Matt, you called Cade the starter at the end of the spring. What was it about his play, his demeanor that kind of separated him from the rest of the quarterback group?
Yeah, so Cade is really impressive in terms of his ability to make decisions, see things, do the right thing. He has experience in the offense. He's played in games before. So all those things are impressive, and we feel like we can win with him. So we're excited for him.
What were some of your first impressions of Cade? Was there maybe something in particular that stood out?
First impressions, I would say, that he really wants to be good, which goes a long way. He works hard. I think he has the respect of his teammates because they pick up on that too. And like I said, he sees things really well. He makes good decisions. He's somebody that maybe people are always going to question and doubt in terms of, he's not enough of this or he's not enough of that. But ultimately, when you watch him play, he gets the job done, and he's a guy that has a bright future.
In the spring, you had said that he has the look of a tenured NFL type player. What about his game shows that?
Yeah, I don't think I said he had the look of a 10-year NFL player. I said he's the type of guy who will surprise people and end up playing beyond college football. But I think, exactly what I'm talking about. The ability to read things, the ability to see things, make good decisions, understanding the game, his approach. All those things are, like you said, like a veteran type of player. Yeah.
Sometimes it's obvious when guys come back in the fall how much work they put in the summer. Was it pretty obvious with him?
Yeah, I think Cade put in a lot of work, and he also did a great job of, with all the player-led things that go on in the summer, of organizing that and having a leadership role, and helping our team get better. You want the quarterback to have a collective effect to make everybody around him better. We want our quarterbacks in the room to make each other better too. So good quarterbacks do that, and I think Cade is starting to show that he can do that too.
Speaking of progress, can you gauge JJ from day one of spring to where he is now?
Yeah, so like any player, the younger they are, the faster they'll grow. There's diminishing marginal returns, obviously, and he's came in, he's 18 years old, and hasn't played college football, and so he's made huge strides. I mean, it's every day he gets better, and he's a guy with a ton of talent, and certainly a guy that we're looking to develop and that we're really excited about. And he's done a great job. He's done everything that we've asked him to do, and more. So we're excited about JJ too.
With Mike being here, you being here, and just how much DNA do you see with what's going on in Michigan right now?
I mean, when you come here right from the jump, you see a lot of similarities just because the culture with Coach Harbaugh and with his brother, they're much more similar than they are different. So it's kind of like makes the transition a little bit easier when you know what the head coach expects and what his vision is. Those are very similar. So there's definitely parallels and similarities. I think anybody that, whether it's a player or a coach, if you went between the two programs, would be very comfortable doing that.
Matt, who are some mentors, coaches, players that have helped mold your coaching philosophy, style into where you are today?
Yeah, so obviously Coach Harbaugh, I got my start as a graduate assistant under him, so he's had a huge impact on me. His brother, I spent 12 years, even was his assistant when I first got to Baltimore, so he's had a huge impact on me. And then the neat thing about the NFL too is players really teach you a lot, because there's guys who are veteran players who really know their position better than a lot of coaches in terms of they're not coaches in terms of the scheme and those type technique and how they play the position. You can learn a ton from players. I think about guys like Ed Reed, being in a DB room with him when I was young. Even just the last 2 years being with Mark Ingram. You know, he's a guy that I learned a ton from.